We are not advocating a particular funding formula yet. That's something we'll need to work out in conjunction with some of the school leaders from around the state and with the General Assembly.
Did you support the then Senator's funding formula overhaul, and could that be a base where you move forward from?
I didn't know enough of the detail to be able to comment on that today specifically. There's an education overhaul funding bill pending actually in the General Assembly, I believe now. I haven't studied that one yet either. This issue is very important, but also very complex. A lot of devil in the detail. It's going to take significant discussion and interaction to come up with a really good answer. We will increase education funding in year one. Yes. Other programs will need to be cut, and the tax code needs to be overhauled. And we've outlined many of those initial steps in our plans over the past couple months, and we'll be outlining more of those plans in the future. We need to restructure state government. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we can't. It's not fair to our children to make education the political football that gets cut. We do not advocate removing tenure altogether. That is not what we're recommending. What we're recommending is that we overhaul the tenure system. We need it to be fair, objective, and consistent. We don't want personal bias or a lot of subjectivity to come into whether a teacher loses his or her job. But we also need an ability for school officials, principals, school boards to be able to take action if a teacher is deemed to be ineffective. We need to come up with objective ways to measure teacher performance and student performance on a consistent basis. Other states are figuring it out and doing it. We need to do it here. We've got 7,000 units of government. We do not need 7,000 units of government. We have 2,000 more units of government than the #2 state. Right now, our regulations from the state are causing local officials, cities and counties and school districts, to have to spend more money that they don't have. Let's reduce that regulatory burden. Let's not force them to spend money on other things. Let's let them put that money in the classroom. Well, let's be clear. Charter schools are public schools. They're public schools. The overall support for public education in public schools under our plan will go up. Available charter schools should be able to come to whatever school districts the parents would like to have them. Other states are doing it. Other states are increasing their student performance. Other states are trying innovative ideas, some of which don't work, some of which do work. We should study what's going on in other states. And let me be clear, this is a very important point. Charter schools are not some magic bullet. They're not a perfect solution. Many charter schools don't do a good job, and many charter schools should close as a result. Well, I believe many teachers will be very supportive of our recommended changes. We have families who are being forced to move, forced to leave their homes because they can't afford the property taxes. Our property taxes are punishingly high.
So you've said that you want to roll back the state income tax. You want
Over
to
4 years, yeah.
You want to freeze property taxes, but you are promising that in year one you would be able to increase education funding. How do you do that by freezing property taxes?
Well, freezing them means that that money is there. We'll help local school districts come up with ways to save money so they can put more money into their schools. We have the highest property taxes basically in America. I mean, the only other state that's up there with us is New Jersey. Teachers are so wonderful. The only thing more important to our society in America than a great teacher is a great parent. Our teachers are working so hard, most of them are doing a phenomenal job, and many of them are reaching into their own pockets to personally pay for school supplies and to help their kids, especially in low-income neighborhoods who can't afford certain basic things to do well in school. It's not right that the teachers should be footing that bill themselves. We need to come up with ways to help them, and one of our ideas is to give them a tax credit they can write off on their state income tax to help them pay for the student support that they're doing personally.